What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Today, we're going to tread in dangerous waters here. We're going to talk about diets, and we're going to talk about keto dieting, because right now I get a lot of questions, and people want to know, what does Jeff think about keto dieting? And I always wonder whether it's that they actually care what I think, or they're just looking and hoping that I'll agree with keto dieting. But you might be surprised by the end of the video, because I'm not going to come out here and all out rip keto dieting, okay? Because for me, at the end of the day, if something works for somebody and it helps them to get in shape, long term though, and that's my non-negotiable, it's got to work for you long term, then I'm happy. Because the point of this whole channel was to make sure that you guys are getting information to help you get fit, to help you get healthier, help you get stronger. So when we talk about ketogenic dieting, the first thing I want to do is clarify what it is, because some people don't really know exactly what it means. You've heard a lot about it, but you don't know exactly what it means. It means basically shifting around your macronutrients pretty substantially, pretty much differently from a lot of us eat. And that is going to a very high-fat diet, about 80% of your total caloric intake in a day coming from fat and fat sources. And then really minimizing your carbohydrate intake down to almost nothing, less than 5% of your total daily calories coming in from like green leafy vegetables. None of the more traditional rice, beans, potatoes, fruits, bread, sweets, pasta, none of that stuff. That's all out. Okay, and then filling in the gap, about 15 to 20% of your diet from protein. So what that leaves us is a diet that's sort of rich in meat and fish, heavy creams, seeds, oils, nuts, eggs, right? That's what you can eat. So whenever I talk about diets, the one thing I always try to do is never say, this is the only way to do it. And a lot of people that are right now espousing the benefits of ketogenic dieting are saying, this is the only way to be, this is the healthiest way to be, this is the only thing. And that's total bullshit. Because guys, I have never done a day of ketogenic dieting in my entire life. And I can stand up here every single day for you guys in the same condition, the same shape, and I've never done that. So to say that that's the only way to do it is not true. And you guys know that. There's a lot of different ways that people can lose weight and lose body fat. So the first thing you have to consider is what is it that you're trying to accomplish? Are you trying to do something short term? Because if you're trying to get some short term weight loss, and not necessarily even fat loss, ketogenic dieting could be your savior. If you're trying to get ready for something, some wedding, or you got to go into a contest or whatever you're doing, it could be a savior for you, because it's going to allow for rapid weight loss. And I say weight loss, not fat loss, because there's a difference. You know, when you lose weight via ketogenic dieting in a very short period of time, you have to understand that what you're doing is you're depleting your body of its stored glycogen. And stored glycogen is also stored water. And you will lose a lot of body water when you go on a ketogenic diet in a short period of time. So your weight loss could be substantial, and a lot of weight in a short period of time. However, that has its downsides. When it comes to performance, your glycogen is a source of fuel for your muscles. And if you deplete all of your glycogen, the intensity levels of your workouts are going to suffer. Your cortisol ratios will also likely sort of play off of that. If you try to attempt to work out hard when the tank is pretty much depleted, your cortisol and stress levels will go up too, and that's not a good thing for long-term muscle gain. So people will talk about the inability to gain a lot of muscle, and I'm not talking about just preserving it either. I'm talking about like they want to gain muscle when really what we're talking about is, can you even preserve your muscle on a ketogenic diet? Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of long-term research out there. I read one article that basically said there was 11 studies done in a 6-month duration specifically on athletes and their ability to retain muscle, not even gain muscle, retain their muscle during that period of time. And only 3 of them showed the ability to do so, while 8 did not. So that's still not even talking about longer term than that. So back to your goals. If you are looking for something long term, it better be sustainable. And I have a problem with macronutrient exclusion diets. I don't care if it's fat exclusion, I don't care if it's carbohydrate exclusion, I don't care what your tactic is. Exclusionary diets don't really do so well, and they earn the word diet because they do not become long-term solutions. And I know, I hear you, I know you're going to write on the video, I've been keto dieting for 5 years, for the last 14 months, I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do, and I still, no problem for me. That's good, and you are the exception to the rule. And as I said in the beginning of the video, that's a good thing. Ultimately, find what's going to work for you. But if you can't stick to it, then I have a problem with it. And if you can't imagine a life where, I just threw the word 5 years out there. If you can't imagine a life where 5 years from now, because don't talk to me about even a year from now. We're in a much longer game here on this channel. I talk about a much longer term that we're looking for here. If you can think that 5 years from now you're still going to be able to do that, then go for it. Go for it. Because there are some benefits. There are definitely some benefits to that. And the most important benefit is it finally worked for you. I will add another caveat here too. People will sometimes say, I've never felt better than when I was on a keto diet. So Jeff, what you're talking about in terms of declining energy levels and not enough intensity in my workouts, not true at all. I've got more. Guys, think about where you're usually coming from if you've entered the phase where you already know that you need a diet. You're probably dramatically overweight. You already have low energy because of your weight issues. You need a solution. Anything you would have done at that point, not necessarily keto, but anything you would have done to eat healthier would have allowed you to start feeling better, to have more energy. So you can't necessarily equate the two. Any type of diet at that point that helps you to lose weight, you probably would have attached yourself to as, hey man, I feel so much better because I'm doing this. But again, that doesn't detract from keto. It doesn't. It's just that you got to make sure that you're keeping your eyes open that it could have been from just the overall weight loss. But in the end of the day, guys, I am someone that espouses eating all the nutrients. I think you should eat carbohydrates. I think you should eat protein. I think you should eat fats. I don't think you should exclude any of them. I think this opens up a lot more possibilities to the foods that you can eat. I think it still makes sure that you're getting enough fiber, because in ketogenic dieting, you're not getting enough fiber in your diet, and that can lead to other issues. But it becomes, more importantly, more sustainable, because the less that we as humans are restricted, the more free we feel, the better we tend to do with things. And here, when it comes to our nutrition, I think you need to start getting a better education in the long run about how to eat healthier. Yes, you can have all the macronutrients, but choose the right ones. Choose the right versions of those. Make sure that you're eating healthier food options, and that's going to help you to sustain low body fat levels without having to cut out anything. But if you can do it, and it's working for you guys, I truly, truly believe, keep doing it. Keep doing it. There are other health benefits from it, especially neurological diseases. They're finding some studies that really unlock some potential there too, and that's a great thing. All right, guys. Again, if you're looking for our nutrition plan, and I literally put out the one that I follow, the one that I believe is sustainable. I put it out step by step in our ATHLEAN-X training program. It's over at ATHLEAN-X.com in our ATHLEAN-X training systems. In the meantime, if you have other questions, if you want me to cover other things, make sure you leave your comments below. And always subscribe to the videos, guys. If you miss one, you're going to hate yourself. So you want to make sure you turn on your notifications, and also watch our latest video. We're always trying to bring you the best content we can here and cover the things it is that you want to see. All right, guys, see you soon.